Well, our moms think we're funny.
Oh, look at me. My name's Acomi, and I didn't come prepared for this thing, so now I'm going to make fun of Turk, because he came prepared, and I didn't, even though I had all week. And he can say, oh, but this was a rough week, and I had to work. Well, guess what? Turk had to work, too, and it was a rough week for him. He worked harder than Acomi.
Sorry, I didn't think to phone a friend and say, write half my topics for me.
Oh, excuse me. I'd already come up with 6 on my own. And all I told them to do was say, give me some movies, and that was it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Stop fighting!
Anyway, so I was telling you about the push-button robot.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so...
But by the way, everybody, I'm Acomi.
Yeah, that's Acomi. Oh, it's my turn, right?
This is my podcast.
It is your podcast. You look at it, I decided to come back on this podcast after that shit you pulled.
You started it, bitch. Oh, hey! Wallcrawler, what the hell are you doing here?
Hey,
Actually, I'm changing my name to COVID-19. Oh, it's too soon. It's too soon.
Just a bit.
No, I am Wallcrawler.
Okay, so
COVID-19.
we won't post this podcast for like a good 6 months out.
That's pretty much what we do anyway. So.
Yeah, I like how he says, I'm changing my name to COVID-19, and then he goes, like, gee, can we?
It's all part of the act.
Anyway, so push button robot.
So I was telling you when I was in high school, we were we were cruising around, right? So this guy I went to high school with, he was cruising around with some guys, and basically it was like this area where I was living, and they would just go, basically like kind of cruising for chicks, but you're not really cruising for chicks because there's like a bunch of people there just driving around in cars, just going around in a big huge circle, occasionally stopping.
Were you guys hey girling?
No. There was no hey girl.
Yeah, because my sister dated a guy who made a hobby out of hey girling, and I thought that was a really dumb sounding hobby.
Like, holla, 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 holla. So,
yeah, but this was like the lame
hey
white people equivalent of hey girl.
Do they holla
How
back?
you doing?
They gotta holla back.
Oh, they ain't no holla back girl.
So I watched a video on YouTube about Holla Back Girl.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
No.
It was a YouTube video about songs that are about Courtney Love or that she thinks are about her. And so they mentioned songs like Stacked Actors and all those other ones. But apparently Holla Back Girl is about Courtney Love. And she said some shit to Gwen Stefani, and so she wrote "Holla Back Girl," and I was like, "Wow!" Which then makes me think of the Family Guy episode where he did the Shawshank Redemption, and he plays "Holla Back Girl" over the loudspeaker, and then the Cleveland version of Morgan Freeman, he's like, "I don't know what that is, but I think it's like a foul, stank creature from the darkest, whatever." And I'm like, holy shit! All the time I'm thinking that he's talking about Gwen Stefani, but if the song's about Courtney Love, then I was like, that's kind of funny as shit.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, we were cruising around and not really doing anything, and I think we did this. I think I went with him like maybe 2 weekends or so, and like I said, this is the same weekend that we got chased out of the house at gunpoint.
Funny, amusing anecdote.
I don't know this story.
So we did, after that the cops were like, all right, no cruising here. Then the cops came and said there's no skating here, and so we kicked push. So so we stopped at, he knew a guy that I think he had like a Trans Am or something. Anyway, so we stopped, and he was like, yeah, somebody's going to a party. We're going to a party. We're just going to go hang out and drink or whatever. So we're sitting there, and I don't know these guys. I'm like the only black guy amongst a bunch of white guys, and the one guy, I don't even know who they were. I don't know anybody's name. So he asked the guy that had the Trans Am to get something for him, and the guy goes, "I ain't your nigga. I mean, push button robot. I'm not your push button robot." And I looked at him, I was like, yeah, because push button robot and nigga sounds so similar. So
I'm gonna have to edit this now.
no, leave it in, man. This is a story. It's a fact of life, man. Hey, I mean, it's one thing for me to like every once in a while, holler, like throw out a ninja here and there, but that's all in fun. This is a story, man. This is real life. People will just be like,
Do you know how many different individual censorship sounds I had to come up with that one episode?
but you didn't have to censor any of that. It just sounded funny.
It sounded really funny. Well, to be fair, we did not edit any of Leroy Roscoe Leroy stuff.
We did not. That's because he wasn't the host.
That was also because it was way too much.
Yeah, it was.
That would have added like 8 hours of editing time to that.
That Ninja Thanos. But I mean, that's one of those things where a certain person says something like that, and then there happens to be a black person there, and they're like, "Oh, no, that's not what I meant." But obviously, I don't think that you're a racist in the sense of, "Hey, let's take this boy out in the woods and string him up." Or obviously, you wouldn't be talking to me. You certainly wouldn't be backpedaling.
Or is he a racist in the sense of, yes, well, I don't think we should leave him to count the money.
This isn't funny per se, but I think racism gets thrown around too much. It's mainly prejudice. Racism is a true belief that you're genetically superior to somebody else, whereas prejudice is just preconceived notions of things. So it's like I think xenophobia to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I appreciate that the white guys telling me all about racism.
Well, see,
you just don't understand.
You're not coming at it from our angle.
Let's just
if you could come at it from
you.
our side,
Well, see,
then you maybe could understand. I think it's pretty insensitive of you to say that. That's your racist notions. Oh, I mean prejudice.
That's because neither one of you have ever been on the same end of the spectrum where I am. You guys have had seen the same things that I've had to see. You haven't bear witness to stuff that I bear witness to. I mean, I was there when the cops shot my brother. He was my brother. They killed it, my brother. He was my man. I hope you guys weren't going to catch on until I got to that part.
Oh, God.
It was getting pretty heated for a second. I was like, he's going somewhere deep. He's reaching down deep.
Yeah, so we prior to recording the podcast here, we watched Hollywood Shuffle, Robert Townsend classic. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Don't be afraid to laugh, even if you're like, I'm not sure. But anyway, so
I want a Jerry curl now.
But huh?
I want a Jerry curl now.
Yeah, I think you could rock it.
I think I could too.
But the fact that this guy they use that as a regular part of his like vernacular. Mm-hmm. It's like one of those things where you don't maybe, and I don't know this guy. He could have been like, he could have gone back and been like, hey, guess what? He goes, I was hanging out with a colored boy this afternoon. Boy, I came real close to shooting him, But I mean, I don't know. I don't think obviously that was the case, but it's those little subtle like things that you do that you don't realize are racist or prejudiced.
It's those things you do in the heat of the moment.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's cool.
It's like that time I was playing Fortnite and this guy like shot me or whatever and everything, and I was like, that damn ninja, and it's like he's just a stupid ninja. I mean,
But see, a guy that says something like that is probably less racist than somebody that knows all the terms to not offend somebody. That's the real racist guy because they know how to hide their, things. Like they know all the right things to say. That's Patton Oswalt does like a sketch like that where he's talking about it, and it's true. Like the guy's like, yeah, me and my Negro friend here, like that guy. He's just maybe a good old guy that just doesn't know how to say things correctly because he's ignorant,
Right.
Whereas like the person that's truly prejudiced would never just outwardly say that because they're smart enough to know how to hide it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's what you're saying there.
So I mean, obviously, I didn't take any offense. There have been times where people have said some things, and I've taken some serious offense.
Yeah,
and I told you,
mostly me. Usually, shit I say.
I told you about that. I'm not going to mention it here because I'm not trying to call anybody out, and it's one of those things where I think a deeper conversation was due, but at the time I was just so shocked by it that I was kind of dumbfounded.
Was this Heroes Con?
No. This is when I was with a friend of mine, and they were talking about dating outside their race and stuff like that. And they made a comment, and I was just like, it was like that scene in Doctor Strange when the Ancient One hits him, and he just like gets knocked out of his body, and is like, hey, what's going on? I was kind of like that. I was like, oh, where am I right now? I'm like,
I remember that.
Am I still here? So we all go, and we get in the car, and we drive all the. I don't even know where the hell we're going. And the whole time that we're so it first starts off, and the guy's in this like a Ford, I forget what it was, like truck. And the one guy in the Trans Am, he's booking, so he's trying to keep up with him, but the truck only got up to like 80, and you could see the speedometer was hitting 80, and it was like bouncing, and the truck's like, and I'm like, yeah. And the whole time I'm thinking, yeah, I told Mom that I'll spend the night at this guy's house, which is true, but we're not at the house now. And I'm just thinking to myself, we're going to die, and there's going to be like a news report, but like, horrible accident on the highway. And she's like, well, I don't have to worry about that being my son. Wrong. So that's what's going in my head. I'm like, oh shit, But so we get out there, and I don't know where the hell we are. We follow this guy weaving into the subdivision, and we go there, and I remember, like you remember things, and when you think back on it, it's like, no, I can't be remembering that. I can't remember that as it really was, because as it really was, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We go to his house, and we go in through the one door. I think it was like a front door that wasn't being used, and there was like another front door that led into like a living room or whatever. So we go in there, and there's a pool table right there. The whole room, there's just this pool table. So you had to go in, you got to go around the pool table, and that led into the kitchen. And then next to the kitchen was like the living room. And I think there was a TV on, but there was like a big, huge tank there, a big reptile tank. Had a snake in it. So they were playing quarters, and they were drinking. There were some girls there and some guys. There's maybe like 15 to 20 people in the house. And so we're all sitting there, and it's all cool. And I guess the girl whose house it was, she went to the bedroom with another guy. You kind of expect that sort of thing.
Ew.
So we're sitting there.
Gross.
And then all of a sudden, the guy, we've been here for maybe 20 minutes or so. The guy comes running out of the bedroom with his shirt off. I think he has a shirt in his hand. And then the girl comes out with a gun in her hand. She's like, get the fuck out! Everybody get the fuck out!
Holy shit.
And the next thing I know, I'm outside running towards a truck. So to get outside, though, I had to go from the living room into the kitchen, through the room with the pool table. But I couldn't go straight. I had to go around the pool table.
Right.
I don't remember any of that. I remember getting up from the sofa and then being outside. I have no idea how I got around the pool table with like 13 to 17 other people rushing to get out of the house. And
was she telling the people in the room to get out, or that guy to get out, and everybody else just went with them?
she came out of the room with a gun saying, get the fuck out. I wasn't going to ask her any questions.
Okay. That's what I wondered.
Wait, do you mean me?
Yeah. Excuse me. Just him, or do we all have to go?
Because I was just sitting there on the couch.
Well, it just depends on where she's pointing. If she's pointing at him, it's not a danger to you. I mean, she's pointing at everybody. All of you sons of bitches, get the fuck out of my house!
Did I mention I was the only black guy in the South at this house?
You did not tell me that. That's what I did not understand.
yeah.
Now it makes sense.
I'm gonna kill all you push-button robots!
And scene.
Any of you push-button robots move! I'm gonna kill every one of you motherfuckers!
And this was down south, correct?
It was down south.
Okay. That kind of reminds me of the Oni Plays guys, where I've told you about them, that they've got that one guy, Julian, who is Hispanic and gay. And so they were like, yeah, guys, we should all go down to Georgia. And he was like, yes, me, the gay Mexican, I'll go down to Georgia. That'll go great.
You want to go with me? You know you want to go with me.
And this is George. He's Hispanic and gay and gay. Jeez whiz. I'm more than just Hispanic. I mean, the way you said it, though, it was like, that's the only thing I think of. He's Hispanic and gay.
Well, I mean, those were the relevant points to that story. So, I mean, like, all the other stuff about him does not enter into that, so...
I like that his name is George and not Jorge. Has a little...
His name is Julian, guys. I don't know how you got George out of that.
You said George!
I said Julian!
You said George.
He said George.
Okay.
You might have said Julian at first, but then you switched to George, so I thought there was another person there. What?
I don't know.
But I guess maybe like Julian is like it's Georgia Spanish for Julian, or Julian Spanish for George, or
unless I had a stroke, I'm almost positive I just said Julian, but okay.
no, I didn't say you take your pants off, so probably not.
All right.
Stroke.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
what? What are we talking about today, guys?
I love how we do this bit, and Wallcrawler's always just sitting there, like, can we just get to the actual podcast? I'm trying to be professional here. I want to stay on topic. And we're like, topics? We don't need no stinking topics.
It always takes us a good 15 to 20 minutes to ease into a topic, so...
It's y'all's show. I'm just visiting.
So we are going to do some bad movie synopsis is right?
Yeah.
Okay. And as we're doing this, as always, we have a movie playing in the background. Today we are watching Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
I don't think we're watching it because I think we've all seen this movie, several times. But it is on in the background. So occasionally, at least for the next, 20 minutes or so,
Around there.
Mercy will be on the screen back and forth, and then you will probably hear one of us, take a deep breath or something like that. But,
You already did it once.
I did.
It was more like,
You saw mid-sentence and was like, God damn!
I'm sorry, man. I mean, she's not my typical type and style, but yeah, man, she gave me like the serious Master P. I'm like, nah, make him say,
Mercy is my absolute type and style, so I'm all about this chick.
Yeah, man, she gives me serious Frankenstein. I'm like, so.
And then you throw a kid in a lake.
and then set him on fire.
Fuck your kid!
You fertile peasant bitch, you can have another one!
And then fertile peasant bitches in the background crying. Oh, if I could only have one. I'll take the burnt one in the lake.
If nobody's going to take this child home, can I have it?
Just needs a little balm.
So,
Buff right up.
look at those heels she's got on too.
Oh, yeah.
Good lord.
She's super tall.
I like how in this movie the guy comes home after getting let out of prison by Lex Luthor, and he comes back to his shitty ass piece of garbage apartment, and Lex Luthor's like, "Hey, look, I brought you this $25,000 wheelchair. If you want to do me a favor, get me the fuck out of this hellhole, man.
Right.
I mean, my wheelchair is fine, but the fucking wire doesn't work here. I got 20 locks on my door because I can't trust my neighbors. I'm not sure if you noticed, I'm in a wheelchair. So,
I mean, geez, that could have gotten me a really nice apartment for about 2 fucking years. Thanks, Lex. Good guy.
And everybody hates Lex in this, but it's the modern villain, man. I mean, it's the geeks. They inherited the earth, man. It's it's the way it is. It's the millennial weirdos. For me, he worked. I mean, he's annoying, but that's the point.
He didn't work for me because I knew what they were going for.
Yeah.
But he just couldn't convey it properly. He came across as, in my opinion, being. Wait, are these guys wearing the same shirt? Anyway, he came across as being too scatterbrained and borderline crazy. But instead, I think with the way I saw it was that he was one of those intellectuals that their mind is moving so fast, and even while they're talking, they're thinking about something else. And sometimes they make these connections and they start going off in this rabbit hole that most people can't follow, and then they kind of
most of our podcasts, only not smart.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't do that because we're smart. We do that because we're hyperactive.
And people can't follow, and then they backtrack, and because they're going down that hole, but they start leaping ahead because they're like, this leads to this. But I don't need to tell you B and C. I can go from A to D. because it's all connected. It's like if I'm going to tell you to take like 95 from North Carolina to Florida, I don't need to tell you that there's South Carolina and Georgia in between.
Right,
You're just going to take 95 to Florida, and that's where it's going to get you. But it's like, but if I don't realize that there's 2 states in between, I'm be like, okay, you didn't tell me this place was here, and that's kind of how I saw he was supposed to be. But he just, no offense here to Jesse Eisenberg, but I don't think that he kind of understood that.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't convey it properly, so he just looked crazy.
His plan was solid though, for Superman, like to get to him, like to go after the women that he loved the most. I mean, that's the really only way you could hurt him, and then the kryptonite. But it's like I mean, I'm not saying he was my favorite. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I got what they were going for, and it didn't bug me as much as it did other people. Like he's not the strongest part of the movie, but it didn't bug me as much.
He's better than Kevin Spacey Superman.
Oh God, that was
the only thing I liked about Kevin Spacey Superman was the scene, and if you could just watch the scene and that's it. That's the only good part about it. It's when he's got Lois Lane and her little bastard kid, and he's describing his whole plan, and he looks at her and he's like, "Go ahead, say it." And she's like, "You're a crazy guy." No, the other thing. She goes, "Superman will." Wrong. It's like that was the best part. Other than that, everything else was shit. But I was sitting there, I watched it with my mom, because I didn't go to the theater and saw it. I'm like, no. And I'm sitting there watching it, and she's like, wait a minute. Hey, there's no trees on that island. You got no fertile soil. What are you going to grow on there? You'd have to have everything imported to you. And you're talking about how you're going to have a whole bunch of criminals there. Good luck finding someone that's going to import shit to your new Australia.
Right.
Like, I mean, you've got nothing there that's sustainable for yourself because it's just a big kryptonite island.
It just occurred to me. Sorry, I was thinking. I said Georgia before. That's why you guys thought I said George.
I guess you're just gonna have to go back to the podcast and at the beginning and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I said Georgia. I was talking about them going to the state of Georgia. That they've got that one guy, Julian, who is Hispanic and gay. And so they were like, yeah, guys, we should all go down to Georgia. And he was like, yes, me, the gay Mexican, I'll go down to Georgia.
Georgia. Acomi said Georgia, but he slurred like a drunken retard. Despite his inability to speak, he was right. Do you hear me, world? Acomi was right.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
See,
Sorry, go on.
Last time we did that, and he was like, "No, I got the podcast. I can play it back." And he altered it to make it seem like he said something when he really didn't.
Howdy. My name is Turk, and I owe Acomi $40,000 for hooking me up with that sex robot dealer in Cancun. I'm sorry, Acomi. I would have gotten it to you sooner, but I've been too busy watching lots and lots of hot, steamy Sonic the Hedgehog porn. As I do. Me, Turk182, co-host of the Our Moms Think We're Funny podcast. I don't know what it is, but I just love Sonic porn and not paying Acomi. My good friend Acomi, who definitely did not falsify this completely real and accurate audio file of my real, unfiltered and uncut voice.
And so, well, anyway,
do go on. Sorry, but
now I think I was done, wasn't I? I was just describing what was in the background, so we can go ahead and talk about our bad movie synopsis CCCs. So I think we've all seen them before, and I think there's a whole thing out there about like bad movie synopsis where someone writes but basically what you would find like on a cable guide or in an old TV guide, if you guys even know what a damn TV guide is, but it's really, it describes the movie, and it's not wrong in what it says. It's just not true to the actual tone of the movie. Of course, the first one I've seen, and probably maybe the first one that other people saw, was the Wizard of Oz one, and there's been others too. So I was like, hey, why don't we write some of our own, and then we'll see if the other person can guess the movie.
yeah.
And I figured that'd be fun. Of course, it's gonna be we kind of tested out on somewhat against each other, and they were we didn't do too well, but that's the fun of it.
Yeah. I mean, if we just like instantly got it, then it kind of defeats the purpose. So.
Yep.
Anyway,
You didn't get to go, so you want to do yours? Or you want to go first?
I came up with mine like really on the fly, like literally 5 minutes before we started.
Or I mean, like whoever.
What? We did something last minute? That's
No.
so unlike us.
No, I've been prepared with this for weeks. I like to temper people's expectations. That's why I always tell people to listen to different podcasts than us. So I'll do one. I'll do one of mine here, just to see if it takes you in the direction I'm expecting it to. But like I said, this was so like last second, cram it in kind of thing. Okay. A group of unpopular misfit friends set out in search of adventure and instead find a nefarious plot of murderers. By the end of the story, their town is saved and those previously untrusted find a new home.
Say again?
A group of unpopular misfit friends set out in search of adventure and instead find a nefarious plot of murderers. By the end of the story, their town is saved and those previously untrusted find a new home.
That's a toughie. Go ahead, Wallcrawler, you handle it.
No, I mean I can't.
Get no satisfaction?
It's not right. The only, I guess, the Misfits part like made me think of Revenge of the Nerds, but I know that's not it.
No?
See, I was thinking Lord of the Rings, but they didn't find a new home.
How are they unpopular, though?
Nobody likes hobbits.
Everybody likes hobbits. Gandalf does.
Or aren't you the person who be like, yeah, man, if you could be in Lord of the Rings, man, you can hang out with the elves. The elves are hot and everything. You never once said, and we even talked about like the Hobbit women. You were like, the Hobbit women are trash. Dude.
Yeah! That's because your first concern was clapping hobbit cheeks. I mean...
Again, if I'm not getting laid in a fantasy world, that's just my own world with elves.
In a world with elves, why would you want to clap hobbit cheeks?
I didn't say I wanted to.
Yes, you did!
I was just saying that I said I can't get with the elves because they're damn near immortal, and that's why I don't fuck around with mortals.
Let them have a dildo baggins.
And okay, and I'm going to tell you right now. Did you see? Did you see any black elves?
Oh, why'd you have to go
another
there?
like Dragon Ball Z thing with
No,
you?
I'm just saying. You know why? Because black people with pointy ears just don't look right. That's why the only black people you see with pointy ears, like in fantasy, they're always drows. He's a drow, and they're not black. They're like midnight. They're like purple Jesus.
Yeah,
they are dark.
Hey, drows are kind of badass.
They are.
Well,
but
the dark elves are all like monsters and stuff. That's terrible. That's kind of racist, actually. That is racist.
Come to think of it, Tolkien always did call a broken beer bottle.
There is no black people in Lord of the Rings, is there? I never really thought about it
yeah,
before.
the orcs.
Oh, dang!
They're a little greenish, actually.
Tolkien was an asshole.
Fuck you, Gary Gygax.
Tolkien and Lewis both have some racist comments in their books.
In your last part, what was that last part again?
They find a new home.
Those previously untrusted find
Untrusted.
a new home. Yeah.
Previously untrusted. Seems like there's a clue there, but I don't know what it is. Previous. I don't know.
Well, I was trying to make it sound like the Goonies, but it's actually Watchmen.
All right, so read it again.
So, a group of unpopular, misfit friends set out in search of adventure. So you have all these guys who are these psychopaths and misfits from society who go off to try to be heroes and do their own thing. They instead find a nefarious plot of murderers, which is Ozymandias' big plot, because there's multiple people killing multiple other people throughout that. By the end of the story, their town, their home, Earth, is saved, and those previously untrusted find a new home, Dr. Manhattan.
And Laurie and Dan, they find a new home as well.
Yep.
Huh,
So, there we go.
Except for they didn't save their town because Manhattan was destroyed.
Manhattan was destroyed, yes. However, Earth, on the whole, was saved. Ozymandias brought about world peace.
I would have never gone to Watchmen.
Well, why would I save a grill that I no longer have a steak in? You sent me that. Hey, Wallcrawler, you sent me that joke.
What's that?
It was like a meme, and it had Dr. Manhattan. It was like a grill there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like, why would I save a grill that I no longer have a steak in?
That's right.
I wish I still had that. I mean, I know it's buried somewhere deep in my phone. but that was funny.
Oh, Wallcrawler, did you see the thing? Like, I know I sent it to you. There's this new thing going around with memes of people, like, talking about the Pickle Rick episode. And it's like, and he turned himself into a pickle. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. And that's always the punchline of the meme. So, somebody took, like, a Watchmen page with Doc Manhattan, and he's like, I've seen everything, past, present, and future. I've stripped the molecules down to their base components. I saw a man turn himself into a pickle. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. It's the best thing ever. But yeah, I was trying to make the synopsis sound more like the Goonies than Watchmen. So
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I was listening to. I know I keep talking. I'm listening to. I don't think I could possibly read this, but like Alan Moore's Jerusalem, and he does the Dr. Manhattan thing through Michael, the Archangel, and they're basically called like the builders.
I don't think I could read that book.
I don't think I could. It's just too long. It basically like is him like being everywhere at once, and every thoughts that they have. Like basically, it's weird, man. It's like basically all these archangels, they're playing billiards, and they basically create reality through everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
So the Big Bang was actually just with them breaking starting break on the pool table.
No, it came after time. Like, but basically, like reality just is shaped by their actions and what they do on this other plane. It's almost impossible to explain it, but like, but it reminds you of Dr. Manhattan when you're reading it.
Like the cosmic butterfly effect.
Kinda, because like basically just with them bleaking, existence can disappear and reappear, and like it's really just trippy stuff.
I'd kind of like to see a story in that vein, but instead it's just like a giant D&D game.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
It's like, I'm playing a 4th level office worker named Paul. Last session, he developed depression.
Well, basically,
like goodness, that'd be so awesome to do a D&D, a role playing game that was just like real life, where you worked in an office.
Yeah,
and like the DM would be your boss.
Well, basically, like Michael's making a shot, and another angel makes him miss, so they get in a fight, and just from that one miss, this kid dies, and he comes to this reality where they are, and he causes all this trouble. But back in his time, he's only dead for 10 minutes, but in their time he's been there for a long time and has this big huge adventure, meets all these different things, and then goes back, and you're seeing perspectives of everybody. What takes the book so long is that you're dealing with each individual character. You get to know them, but then they meet back up and it all relates to each other. I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world, but it's pretty amazing. I mean, they need to really study Alan Moore's brain. He's crazy, man.
He is crazy.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, like, okay, so Acomi, so your character, like the deadline's approaching. Do you have that final project?
No, I rolled bad on my TSP report. I can't make it happen. I should have put more ranks in at last level.
All right, so you know the deadline's coming. You know, you can always you could always try to roll, see if you get an extension. What's your charisma?
Oh, I made a dex build. I mean, he rides his bike on the weekends, but
that's a good way to stay in shape. Okay, well, see,
you stole my bit. You stole my bit.
See, and then I would tell you, it's like, oh, well, it looks like that there's a system update, a Windows update. So you can roll to see if it's going to be a quick update. If you can halt the update process, for 2 hours, or if it's going to be like an automatic one you have to shut down right now.
Okay, well, I did put ranks into my computer usage skills, so I should be able to put this off.
See, that'd be so much fun.
This would be good. We should do this. Wizards, contact us. We'll make a bang up 5e module for you guys.
Yes, it'll be called like Fighters of the Home Office. Cubicle Wars.
Cubicle Wars, yes.
All right. So is it my turn?
I guess so. I mean, Wallcrawler, do you want to do it?
Because
as soon as we run out, then Turk's gonna have like 18 more.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just give you one of mine. Okay.
I'm not trying to shame you here. I'm just.
I mean, I did come up with.
I think you should be shamed a little.
I just think it's funny.
You gonna ring a bell?
Hmm.
Shame. Hmm. Jeez whiz! I mean, fucking show wasn't that long ago, man.
What? I don't even know what you're
Game of
talking about.
Thrones?
Ring a bell. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
you don't remember it?
No, I don't.
It doesn't ring a bell?
I never watched Game of Thrones at all.
I watched Game of Thrones, but I don't remember that part.
Like the Hunchback auditioning?
Oh, yeah.
No, sorry, I'm just like ringing bells and I'm just like bouncing all around like a fucking spaz.
Shit, now we can't play this in Europe.
Well, you can't say spaz in Europe?
No, it's highly offensive.
Really?
Oh, man, yeah.
Spaz.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Like, that's
Bloody
like...
hell.
That's like the equivalent of the F word for gay people in America, basically. It's like super, super offensive to say spaz in England.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's just considered like extremely, extremely offensive.
Who would have thought that would have made them spaz out like that?
Oh.
That's just fucking retarded, Morty.
I mean, these people also use the C word like it's their last name. So.
Yeah, I know. And that's like a word I can't stand. I don't use that word at all. I just don't
pretty
like
rough.
it. You know what I hate is when someone uses that in an endearing way, but like it's like, oh yeah, show me that. And I'm like, oh god, no, that's not. You shouldn't be saying that.
There's like really not too many words for vaginas that sound appealing though. Yeah, show me that snatch.
Yeah, it'd be like, come here, baby, put that vomit hole in my dick. You're like, what? No, that's not what you're supposed to say. That just sounds nasty.
Yeah,
I want to go. I want to go home. Yeah. So anyway, in Game of Thrones, when the one person got shamed, she had to walk naked to the thing, and the people ringing the bells, going shame.
Oh, I didn't ring any
You
bells.
didn't watch any Game of Thrones, dude.
I didn't, but it's kind of hard to like escape something like that. Like I know what the fuck Hodor is. I mean, I have never seen an episode of it. I know that the kid that Batman like was nice to turned out to be a little shit. I mean, I know that Natalie Dormer's fucking hot. I mean, I know the key points of the show.
I kind of wrote it off because like the ending was pretty terrible. So it's like, I mean, I liked it, but it's like the ending was kind of a downer. It was just kind of, I mean, it didn't ruin everything, but it was just like my enthusiasm for it I pretty much have forgotten it.
Do you guys remember how upset the fan base got when they found out that she was just wearing a blonde wig and was actually like a brunette?
Oh, Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
She's pretty either way, but I do prefer her blonde.
I actually, I don't really dig her, man. I think, I saw the trailers for that movie last Christmas, and that was the only thing I saw where I was like, oh shit, she's cute. But even in like Solo's a piece of shit movie anyway. but even that, I was just like, yeah, she's a woman. I mean,
Looks 18 to me.
Seth MacFarlane banged her, so she's damaged goods.
what the fuck hasn't Seth MacFarlane banged?
Yeah. He's got a hard life.
He went,
Giggity, giggity. All right.
I wonder if he does like those voices like in bed.
If I were a woman already like stooping to the point of having sex with Seth MacFarlane and he did the Peter Griffin laugh, I would probably just kill myself then and there on the spot. Just throwing that out there.
This from the guy that was like, really? You wouldn't bang her if she was just wanting to listen to Streisand? It's Streisand! but heaven forbid, if someone like does the Peter Griffin, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm going to commit suicide now. Right after I come.
Here I go, I'm going to commit suicide now.
Commit suicide.
That was good. So, so anyway, I don't even know. So, no, I don't deserve to be shamed.
I'm sorry, go on, Turk. You look a little defeated there.
No, you just made me think of. Well, you made me think you made me think of Michael Clark Duncan, which always makes me sad. Why is that something that you laugh about?
Just the way you said it.
We have so few black actors in the world, and when one dies, I can't take that seriously. You guys, it's just the way you're dead. I'm like, really?
It's just the way you said it. It was like, and that makes me sad. It was like,
there's plenty of black actors. There's maybe too many. Like Hollywood Shuffle proves that.
There's maybe too many.
I mean, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Don't say no right away.
And I think acting's stretching the term. No, I kid.
Take my hand, boss. Anyway, no, because you're talking about that, and it made me think of the scene at Armageddon where he gets him to the top of the gurney, and he's like, pork rind this! And then he pulls him like back in his pants.
I've never seen, I still need to see that.
You ever seen Armageddon?
I didn't see I saw the other one. What's the other one that came up
Deep
against
Impact?
it? Yeah, it wasn't good.
No, that's a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
God, there were so many unlikable people in that movie. I wanted them all to fucking die.
Yeah.
I was just like, I mean, even the parts supposed to be like the tearjerker moments. Now I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Took too damn long.
It was not good.
Yeah. So, I feel so bad for Elijah Wood. He goes all that way to say Leela Sobieski, and it's just like we talked about in like Double Dragon and shit. You do all this stuff to save somebody, and you think, oh, it's gonna be great. But it's like, no, I don't know you shit. Yeah, thanks for saving my life, but I mean, how long?
Would you like a brother to me?
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be able to milk that? Be like, hey, you wouldn't even be here to suck my dick if I hadn't saved your life. You're like, yeah, about that. I mean, it's never gonna hold up. And then, in your mind, you'd be like, yeah, I tried my best. I defied everything. I put my own life at risk to save her life. And then 2 years later, she ran off that fucker over there. So, yeah. Anyway,
Seems realistic.
so yeah. All right, so my turn, right?
So, your turn, Turk.
Wait, I'm sorry. How long have we been going here? Should we possibly take a break?
We've been going 40 minutes.
Okay, we'll take a break.
I guess.
Yeah, take a break. I mean, yeah, we probably need to. We gotta, I mean, I'm not sitting there running my mouth off for nothing. I need that 5 cents. Ad.
Hey. What?
I said ad.
Oh, ad. I thought you said hey. So,
This is from the guy that says, I need some silence in here, that way I know where the ad break is. And so I say ad, and you're like, what? What? Let's keep talking.
I don't know. So Amy Adams, she had a few episodes where she was a guest on The Office. Mm-hmm. She was like super freaking hot in that. Like to where I didn't realize it was Amy Adams. It was just weird.
Yeah, she's in God, what? Isn't she in a movie like one of those Will Ferrell movies?
One of those Will Ferrell movies. I don't know.
No, it's the other chick that looks like her.
Isla Fisher?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, she's in Wedding Crashers.
That's
But
what I was thinking
Amy
of.
Adams is because I know she was in that one with Cyclops where the Sleeping Beauty and the Prince come to life and shit like that. I know she's in that. And there's something else that she was in too. And I remember like, oh, she was pretty cute. And then but her Lois Lane is like, and I'm actually she's not impressive.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of
they bill Lois Lane as being like the kind of super hot reporter. She's like the only thing that is.
She's no Judah Hogue, am I right?
Well, it's like the only thing that's better than like her looks are her brains,
Right.
And in this, I'm like, honestly, nothing against her, but I really don't get either one of those. That she's really, really smart, really ambitious, or really hot. She's just like any other like reporter in New York.
I mean, like this was the first thing I
I
saw
agree.
her in was with these DC movies. And I always thought, she's cute, but that's about it. But then, in The Office, I mean, she's just like super thin, has a really nice rack, and it's like, whoa, okay, that's Amy Adams. Wow.
She's really good in Arrival with Jeremy Renner. That's a damn good movie. Anyway,
Anyway, we're back.
oh yeah, we are back, huh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to flatline it. I'll find. I gotta listen. I'll listen through these anyway. So
No, our listeners will flatten line on our own.
no, we've had some good interaction from people. We got a couple people who are like really faithfully leaving comments, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I
No matter what you say.
And I did run into somebody at GalaxyCon that they saw me and was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Wow, that was really kind of shocking." And I'm just like, "What? You kind of wow?" I mean, that was really. It was almost to the point where I was like, "Okay, who paid this guy?"
Right.
It's like somebody's making a joke at my expense. I'm like, why would somebody recognize me?
I did that at where was I? Was I Baltimore or something? I was some con, And it was
You paid some guy to approach us.
no, like I said, I recognized a guy that had like a show, like he did comics, like
Yeah.
but he hasn't been doing anything for a while, but but I recognized him. It was and he was freaked out because it was the first person that ever recognized him.
Right, right.
Because I mean, he didn't have like thousands of subscribers. It was like
Right.
maybe like 500, 600.
Yeah, when we
Oh, wow.
got the first few when we got the first few comments on some of our podcast episodes, we were like, dude, this is awesome. This is kind of worrisome.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
I've actually taken a step back now when I see a comment on YouTube, and then I'll just wait like a day and then come back and see if it's still there. Because we've gotten a couple of them is like, hey, excellent work, I really love your channel. I'm like, cool, and I go and I look, and it's like they have a channel, it's just created, and it's got like 90,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
We did have a couple like that, but I mean I was getting that stuff when I've like first started with the solo Acomi stuff.
I've listened to you guys and I've thought about commenting, but I didn't want to be like the person to comment that knew you. Like I didn't want to be like I didn't want to write like stop, why, the things that I was going to say.
Why wasn't I in this episode?
What I want
You
you,
guys
to
even
do,
call me?
what I want you to do is go to all of our videos that don't have comments on them and just comment first.
Okay, all right.
First law.
So, all right, so my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of mine, a hapless nerd uses the Rosetta Stone to talk to aliens.
Science? Are we talking? Oh, shit! I mean, this isn't 20 questions.
Is it that movie?
It's nerd.
It is a movie, yes.
No, but is it that movie with Jodie Foster in it, where she's like talking to the aliens or whatever? No, I guess not. I haven't seen it.
I wait 2 hours to see the goddamn alien trying to be our father.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one.
from that South Park.
Yeah.
No,
I never saw the movie,
It's
though.
not that. It's actually not a bad movie. It's interesting, but it's got some flaws. This is a Zemeckis movie. The best part about it is Jake Busey.
Oh man, really?
Yeah,
You did that one? The shoot.
Yeah,
the Frighteners. That's not it.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about something else. No, it's not. No. Okay, we're
Talking about something else.
A hapless nerd uses the Rosetta Stone to talk to aliens.
Damn. I don't know, man.
Stargate.
Oh yeah. I guess I'm not a big Stargate person.
Oh, you probably like Foggate, that other movie.
I don't like that one either.
Maybe you're just a fan of Watergate, the famous controversy.
I did like All the President's Men. That was a pretty good movie.
Of course you did.
You didn't like that one?
And afterwards you ate 5 guys. I like all the president's men and some of the president's women.
Have y'all seen the movie?
I have not.
Then shut the fuck up. You don't tell me Redford didn't deserve that Oscar, motherfucker.
Oh, sisters, the claws are out.
Isn't all the president's men written by was it William Goldman, the guy that wrote Princess Bride?
Oh, no, I guess
I believe it is. Acomi, would you mind taking a look?
Sure. What's the question?
Who wrote All the President's Men?
Hi, Siri. Let's see, who wrote?
But seriously, you haven't seen it?
No, I've seen parts of it.
It's kind of slow, but it's pretty decent.
So can I just bring up that in this scene, Lex Luthor is just wearing a Golden Girls outfit?
Like the kind that the Golden Girls would wear, or is he wearing something with the Golden Girls on it?
No, like something that the Golden Girls would wear. It's like this like turquoise pantsuit with like a patterned blouse. This says story by Carl Bernstein and Bob Woodward.
Right, but who wrote the book, or I guess maybe the screenplay? Then maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Screenplay by William Goldman.
And he's the same guy that wrote Princess Bride, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I thought.
And oh no, he wrote the book Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also wrote the screenplay for Princess Bride.
Oh, yep. Both of which he adapted for the film versions. Okay. So also Marathon Man and wrote the screenplay for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Have y'all seen Marathon Man?
Yes, I have.
Damn.
That's a messed up movie.
That's a hard movie, dude.
Is that the Schwarzenegger movie?
No, that's the
That's
Running
Running
Man.
Man.
Running Man, okay.
Yeah, no, I can see how you get them confused. I mean,
Richard Dawson.
I'm not being.
Yeah, you would.
I'm not being facetious. I'm saying I can see, like, if you just on the surface, like Marathon Man, Running Man. Yeah, okay, they're both about guys that are running.
Yeah, I'm not the.
And I
movie
was
guy.
running. Oh my goodness. Forrest Gump in the Running Man.
Oh God, please yes.
How'd you beat all the stalkers? I just started running.
At the very end of the movie, he's like, I'm pretty tired. I'll go home. Okay.
That's my
So,
stalker. That's Fireball.
When the first one blows up, he's like, that's good. That's
I
what
like
said.
how we always invite Wallcrawler on the show, and he's always excited to do it. Then we start doing it. He's just shaking his head like, "Why did I agree to do this? They suck me every time. Every time. We make you no promise about what we're gonna do."
So, Wallcrawler, I believe it's your turn to read us one, right?
Yeah, let's see what do I have here. A ragtag group of newly found colleagues saved the city from an interdimensional invasion on top of a tall building.
So wait, say it again now.
A ragtag group of newly found colleagues saved the city from an interdimensional invasion on top of a tall building.
Well, see, my first thought would be Avengers.
That was my first thought.
Is that it?
No.
Okay, good. Like I say, that was my first thought. Ragtag attack the block. Skyline.
Pixels.
Oh God. Interdimensional, huh? A ragtag. One more time.
A ragtag group of newly found colleagues saved the city from an interdimensional invasion on top of a tall building.
That's a good one. Top of a tall building.
I'm fixating on the interdimensional part, and I feel like I shouldn't be.
Yeah. I can't guess it.
Yeah, I give up.
Ghostbusters.
Ah, shit, dude.
Damn, that was good.
That is good.
Very
Oh,
good.
man. And you know what? And we were just talking about Ernie Hudson 5 hours ago. I don't know why I didn't remember.
When are we not talking about Ernie Hudson?
Dude, it's Ernie fucking Hudson, man. Actually, I actually meant to call him Ernie freaking Hudson just then, but I get so excited.
Can't hide it.
And now I'm about to lose control.
And I think I liked it.
Whew. Oh, Arnie, sometimes when we touch, the honesty is too much. All right,
I actually had an elevator ride with a man. We got very close in that 10-second period.
Really?
Yeah, like from me to you.
Whew.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look at the vapors.
Damn. I declare.
I've heard nothing but nice things about him.
Yeah, he was cool, man. I mean, for real, like, he was just, say, hey, I was trying not to be too weird about it, but he was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I still want to meet him, even though, my whole stance on meeting celebrities has really changed recently.
I don't think you'd be disappointed with him.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I hear.
We should get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll jump right all of it.
You don't know.
And how often do you guys cuss? You make fun of what now? No, no, thank you.
I think the Hollywood people are pretty cool with pretty much anything. I mean, you got to be pretty liberal.
Well, they've got a fan base.
Yeah, well,
And
that's
their
true.
fan base
yeah.
expects them to act a certain way.
Well, I mean, maybe their fan base just needs to accept racist Bane for the hilarious thing that it is.
And I'm sorry, and you say that, but when we had the chance to talk to Graham Nolan about racist Bane, I believe it was you that said that we probably shouldn't do that.
No, I was all about it. You're the one who chickened out at the last second.
I didn't chicken out. I just didn't think he would appreciate that we turned something he loves so much into a horribly racist character.
You opened up, when you sat back down at the table, you were like, yeah, he hates Dark Knight Rises too.
He does.
I was like, oh yeah, did you tell him about racist Bane? You were like, no, I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
yeah, I don't think he would appreciate that.
Dark Knights rise up to get beat down.
Plus, I mean, he was a nice guy. But for those of you that have never met Graham Nolan or ever seen him, he physically, he's not that much different from Bane. He's kind of a big guy. And I mean, I'm not talking like a heavy. I mean, he's kind of like you look at his arms, it's like, oh, this guy works out. And I don't. So, yeah, Ray's spine is going to stay locked away.
I think it would be an honor for my spine to be snapped by Graham Nolan. That's all I'm saying.
But, and like, you know, just because you're turning Bane at, like, you're talking about that version of Bane. Like, it's not like you're talking about, like
yeah, this
the
is
comic
Earth 2
Bane.
Bane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Chris Chen would feel some way about that. But I'm not talking about your Sonic Shoe. I'm talking about this guy who made that parody you don't like. I'm doing a parody of his parody.
Yeah.
So that makes it okay, right?
Right. Kind of like the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
Yes.
It's okay because it's a parody of a parody.
Right. Or the, what's the other one?
There was a lot. There was
Pachyderms.
the geriatric gangrene jujitsu gerbils.
No. There was another one.
Black belt hamsters.
He said that. No, there was one more. I can't think of what it is now.
The pachyderm. There was a pachyderms.
There
think
was some kind of like the pachyderm pack. There was, or power pachyderms maybe. There was the Solson produced sultry teenage super foxes.
This was like another comic
Fish
book,
Police.
but it was kind of like, anyway, yeah, Fish Police. Well, jeez, Whiz.
I hear good things about fish.
And then, and what was the one
Have
that
you seen
Michael
the
Golden
cartoon?
did?
Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah,
there's
Bucky
a bunch of anthropomorphic things going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, during the 80s, they had, like, Albedo, they had Critters, there was a lot of really good anthology books.
Well, you know,
Cerebus.
Bucky O'Hare did his own cartoon for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew about that.
Anyway, so my turn, right? Okay, I already give you this one here, and I'll just toss it out there for everybody because I gave it to you off mic. A man who can talk to animals travels the world to... Sorry, a man who can talk to animals travels the world in search of a girl he just met. And you can see I said travels the world, not around the world.
Not Bear.
But yeah, a man who can talk to animals travels the world in search of a girl he just met.
And we all know that's Cool as Ice.
It is Cool as Ice.
Starring Vanilla Ice.
Too cold. But yeah, that would be Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
And I'm surprised you haven't seen Beastmaster. I mean, you're like, well, you're surprised, but I mean, Beastmaster is one of those things that it's been on TV so much and so often. Like, how could you even avoid it?
Beastmaster 2 is not that bad. I mean, I can watch it.
You underestimate my upbringing, dude.
Now, which is it? Beastmaster 3, the one where the portal opens up into like, and Mario Van Peebles comes out or something? Is that 3?
I don't know if I've seen 3. I didn't even know there was a 3. I don't think. I just knew about 2.
Like Beastmaster drives a Corvette or some shit. I don't know. All right, so here we go. Ready? A group of girls thwart the efforts of a guy trying to crash their sleepover.
Is that Slumber Party Massacre or whatever?
Good job! Yeah!
Was it really?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Damn, I'm good.
A group of girls thwart the efforts of a guy trying to crash their sleepover. Slumber Party Massacre.
Point for Acomi, okay.
All right, good
I'm
job.
the only one who's scored so far.
Score!
Hey, I've had... You just don't know her, man. She was like an
She goes to a
exchange
different
student.
school.
Yeah, she was an exchange student, and she had to leave soon afterwards. You know, she didn't want to go, though, because she was in love with me.
She could go. She was chained to the basement.
Would you fuck me? I fuck me so hard.
See, now every time I think about that, I think about Clerks 2, where Jay's doing it, he's like, ooh, he gets the chapstick out. All right, should I throw mine out here?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, an alcoholic refuses to address his problem and instead drags a promising young student into the same spiral of alcoholism, eventually forcing him into a life of violence.
Ooh. All right, read again, a little bit slower.
An alcoholic refuses to address his problem and instead drags a promising young student into the same spiral of alcoholism, eventually forcing him into a life of violence.
Okay, a little bit softer now. A little bit softer now. Shout a little bit louder now. Sorry.
An alcoholic! Okay.
Is it Judy Greer? Judy Greer's so hot.
No, that's a man with a bun.
No, the redhead.
Oh, I couldn't see her for the man bun.
She plays Ant-Man's ex-wife, and she does the voice of Carol Tunt on Archer.
Huh.
But you know, I could fuck Pam on Archer. Not that that would be like my first choice, but she is such a freak. that I just like. That would just be so much fun. But even though Cheryl Carroll's really got it going on, she is just wackadoo. She is straight up knucking fucks. Anyway, so God, an alcoholic who refuses to address this problem. God, that's sounds like Star Wars.
Droids, they're not my droids. I don't know these droids.
Is it Yojimbo? Is it a movie I've never seen?
No. Well, I mean, maybe you haven't seen it. I mean, you have surprised me, but no, it's not Yojimbo.
Okay,
It is not a Toriyama or Kurosawa film. Sorry.
So one more time.
An alcoholic refuses to address this problem and instead drags a promising young student into the same spiral of alcoholism, eventually forcing him into a life of violence.
I don't know.
God, I'm blanking, man.
Drunken Master.
Oh, so
Starring
shit.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, that's good,
I've never
man.
seen it.
That was really good.
I was pretty proud of that one, yeah. I haven't seen the entirety of Drunken Master, but I knew enough of it, and I recently read Jackie Chan's autobiography that it was like, you know what, that could be pretty fun.
this one's kind of obscure, but it's like there's probably no way you'll get it. But like a small community is attacked by monsters and threatens to destroy the entire town.
The Village?
No.
Shit. So I'm going to get 2 for 2.
Is attacked by monsters and threatens Monster Squad.
Good guess, though.
Small community.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers? No, that's not a small community.
There's 2 answers actually. Technically,
Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones.
You got it. No.
God damn it.
You got excited, bro. I saw it like you're all it's like no.
But the Sand People attack the town.
But
They kidnap Shmi.
Oh man, that's.
See, there's I mean, there's a lot that it could be.
yeah, I mean, you could. I mean,
Critters,
technically, I guess.
gremlins. I mean, part of it depends on like what your definition of a small town is.
No, it's a small
community. Small community. Yeah.
That's the key is the community.
The Burbs.
No.
Gilligan's Island. The movie.
But you're right. It could be a lot of. I bet it's like. I actually got it from your shelf over there. I was looking at his films.
Oh, jeez whiz.
Turk, look at your shelf.
I can't guess it. What is it?
Is Warship Down?
Ah,
Oh,
damn.
And like it could technically be Tremors, but you said like it could be some other ones
Yeah,
too. It's
yeah.
like, but I was thinking Watership Down.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
okay.
All right.
The monsters are the people. They're people.
The real monsters are the people we met along the way.
That scene as a kid where they like you see those the big machines like tilling all the soil and it's all red. It's like it always freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what freaked me out, other than the fight with the Big Daddy Rabbit, were the black like rabbit ghost spirits.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know it's supposed to be kind of a good thing, but it doesn't seem like a good thing.
No.
It was a creepy movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the book was pretty fucked up too.
I like it.
I love it. It's a great book. If you've never read the book, I highly recommend it because it's a very different experience than the movie.
To be honest, I didn't even know what it was, but I only knew about the animated movie.
Yeah, the book's really good.
Have you seen the Netflix one?
Nah, I didn't even know they did one. Oh, okay.
It's more CGI.
Okay. Was it good?
I haven't seen it. All right, so my turn?
Yep.
All right. Kids at summer camp learn about life, death, and the difference between boys and girls.
Friday the 13th.
I thought that too.
Nope.
No.
Damn.
Friday 13 Part 2. Part 3.
Jason does
Meatballs?
Manhattan.
Nope. So kids at summer camp learn about life, death, and the difference between boys and girls.
American Summer?
Nope.
Wet Hot Americans?
Wet Hot, well, yeah.
No, it was actually Dry Cool American Summer.
Oh. Not as good.
Yeah.
Summer.
Cabin in the Woods.
Nope.
Oh, Dirty Dancing?
Nope.
No. Because you already did that.
Yeah. Dirty Dancing was a middle-aged man tries to salvage a summer vacation while dealing with his obnoxious children.
Okay.
That was Dirty Dancing. This is kids at summer camp learn about life, death, and the difference between boys and girls.
Ernest Goes to Camp.
Nope.
Damn.
Is there any place that Ernest didn't go?
No.
He saved Halloween. He went to Africa. He went to camp.
He saved Christmas.
Oh, wow, he did save Christmas.
He slam dunked too.
Thought that was Air Bud.
There's an Ernest slam dunk, isn't there?
There's a slam dunk Ernest.
Maybe he slam dunked.
He went to jail.
Airbud.
He,
Save Christmas.
he joined the Royal Mounted Cavalcade.
He fucked the Easter Bunny. Hey, Bert, look at me. Wash him down, motherfucker. Oh, sorry. It's late. I'm sorry.
All right.
I guess you should edit out that last word.
I didn't even hear what you said. But
Hey, if he doesn't edit out any of the shit I say, then there's no way. You might as well give it up.
there's no saving this podcast.
All right. So, any idea?
No. I mean, I've thrown out all the ideas I have.
All right. So, kids at summer camp learn about life, death, and the difference between boys and girls. Sleepaway Camp.
Ah,
Oh, I don't even know that movie.
You don't know Sleepaway Camp? Mm-mm. You know it though, right?
I know of it. I haven't seen it.
So you don't know like the whole story of Sleepaway Camp?
Not the whole story. No.
Ah, okay. Well,
Well,
wow.
if I'd seen it, I probably would have. But
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you anything about it then, but just trust me, that's an accurate description.
well, based off of that, I kind of have an idea of it. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, the people at home or in their cars, wherever they're listening, wherever you listen to podcasts, they'll know that that's an accurate description. You mind if I go
Okay.
one more since I
Sure. Yeah.
kinda-
You got plenty.
Where are we at?
We're at an hour, so this will be a long episode.
An hour, another hour, or just 15 minutes after the last one?
We're at a full hour total.
Okay. All right. So, okay. A flying ace learns that being number one is about popularity and not skill.
The chicken movie. God damn it, the chicken movie.
The chicken movie.
Yeah, with the chickens. The people who made Wallace and Gromit. Fuck, what is it? It's not Fly the
Oh, my
Coop.
son
I don't
likes
want
that
to be
movie.
a pie. I don't like good aces.
Yes, that one!
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do, you liar! Chicken Run!
You just looked up on your phone. That's
No,
not fair.
I didn't! Look, it's still the
You
Angband Let's Play.
You just changed it.
No, I didn't do
Artmon
it!
just made a big deal with Netflix. Their stuff's through there now.
Look, here's my search history. All the President's Men, William Goldman, and the Let's Play archive of Angband. I didn't look up Chicken Run, I just remembered it.
And Pornhub.
I don't do that on my phone.
I don't search up Pornhub. I got a bookmark. No, so
I don't
no, it's
look at
not.
porn on my phone.
It's not.
It's not Chicken Run?
not Chicken Run.
Dude!
Yeah, a flying ace learns that being number one is about popularity and not skill.
Yeah, Chicken Run.
No.
Fuck you, man!
Mixed vegetables? And the Chicken Run is a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Dude, and when you watch Chicken Run, you like watching like Stalag 17, you see like all the references. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
No?
No, I got nothing. I mean, if it's not Chicken Run, I mean...
Top Gun.
Top Gun, okay. I mean, I didn't watch Top Gun. so-
Nobody watches Top Gun. But so this was kind of deceptive because to me, in my eyes, Iceman is the better pilot
Huh.
and not Maverick because Maverick is too much of a showboat and he breaks all the rules.
Gotcha.
As where Iceman is a true pilot and he follows all the rules. But like I said, you know, he learns that it's not about band and skill, it's about who's the most popular. Maverick's the most popular, even though he got Goose killed. So, yeah.
Alright. Tell her, I barely know her.
I tremble so hard.
Anyway, later, everybody.
I tremble me.
Zang, yo.
Bye.
Tune in next time for part 2. Same inappropriate time. Same inappropriate channel.
All right there, folks. That was Our Moms Think We're Funny. Let's give them a hand.